Skinamarink-a-dinky-dink, Skinamarink-a-doo.
For me, Skinamarink is the favorite because of the message and because what happens within families because of the song. And we never, some songs you sing day after day after day after day.
Never tired.
Never tired. No.
Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
Terror. We'd all performed, is that fair to say? At least for me, terror. I cannot speak for you.
I had terror too.
The thing is, we had all been performing for some time individually. So you knew if you messed up, you were the one. But when you're all three together, you don't know exactly how things are going to unfold.
And a band.
And
we
had a band. We never played with a band individually. So it was terror and it was thrilling.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
See, when you're alone and doing a performance and things don't go exactly the way you think, you can turn on a dime. When you're just the two of us or the three of us and things aren't going, you can turn on a nickel. But when you're playing with a band or a symphony orchestra, if you goof up and you miss a verse or you stumble or things don't go right, the symphony orchestra, they're programmed. They're just going,
Peanut butter, jelly. Peanut.
Many of the opportunities that people have had in the past for making music together, church, choirs, school, because there are hardly any music teachers left in schools, Sunday afternoons around the piano at home, those are all mostly gone. People have the urge to put their voices together and sing together. So absent those things, we just kind of walked in and said, okay, come with us.
So, singing together is a natural thing if people are given the opportunity, as Bram says. We provided that opportunity. And we also strongly encouraged parents to participate. So at our concerts, if the kids stood up to do something, so did the parents. If they were doing, whatever they did together. And I think it was a rich experience for families to share that. And also, we made really good music. We used great arrangers, great musicians. We spent a lot of time on our vocals. So parents did not run screaming from the room when our music was playing. They liked it too. We'd get letters from people saying, I dropped my kid at school, and the cassette or the CD kept playing. So I think we spoke to a need in families.
A, you're adorable. B, oh, you're beautiful. C, you're a cutie.
People miss her. And it's funny because we've toured without her for almost 20 years.
It's about half the time of our whole existence.
But people miss her and they ask about her and they send love, and it's very sweet. And for our shows at Young People's Theatre, Lois's son, who's been part of our lives since he was a little kid, will be there with his family, including his daughter Tessa, who was Lois's granddaughter. And
Only one single grandchild.
And Lois adored her, and she adored Lois. She misses her. So Tessa's going to sing one of Lois's songs with us at the concert.
So she sings, A, you're adorable, B, you're so beautiful, like that. And it's sweet and it's charming. And
she sings the letters.
Yeah.
We'll fill in the blanks. Yeah, she's ready to do it. She says she doesn't need a rehearsal, but guess what? We're going to rehearse with her. That's the back of the first album, One Elephant. And it's also a great adult game to play.
I was going to say, I remember this game. And you go through the
you go through the legs,
sometimes
exactly.
it's like this.
Yeah.
And then sometimes
it's your hand between the legs.
It's like that.
Oh,
I love when it's like that.
Okay.
That's from 1978.
1978, exactly. There are probably other pictures. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. There's Lois and her family. There are pictures of all of us. This was our 10th anniversary.
All the bow ties.
Yes, and the cake. This was 1988.
And it was very bright and colorful. That's a black and white.
Yeah.
But it really popped.
Oh, this is This is Ontario Place. Bram spoke about Ontario
talking
Place.
about
the
your
forum.
favorite place to
Oh, we
perform,
loved
right?
playing there. We loved playing there. It was fabulous.
Amazing. Look at that.
This was the forum where we
Look at the crowd. That's only
See
the
how-
tiniest little
Yeah.
bit of the crowd.
That
It was
is
so much fun. You know, the first when we first played there, we're singing around, and you divide the audience into 3 groups, and you start singing with your group, and then you realize that they're leaving because the stage is moving.
it's rotating.
Right.
Wow.
We're rotating. We're moving. Exactly.
But you gotta feel like rock stars when you have.
It's
like,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's Lois, and this is Lois's family.
Oh, this is so cool.
That's you.
That's me and my children, and
And that's you hanging a spoon.
holding a spoon on my
I used to
nose.
see that you've had.
Yeah.
We love doing that. And Bram's here too.
I have to say the fashion is awesome, just from a completely.
We're
have,
still wearing these, and we will be wearing it in the concert.
when we bought those jackets,
Yeah.
they were the most expensive thing I'd ever bought in my entire life. I couldn't believe it. But I didn't know we'd be wearing them for 30 or more years.
So it was a good investment.
Yes,
Hey, you
yes,
got your
totally.
money's
You
worth.
need to look.
And they held up.
You need to
Yes.
look at this.
Is that you?
The movie star pose.
Who would it be?
It's you.
This is early 60s. This is me in my 20s.
Handsome fella.
Handsome fellow.
Little rabbit foo-foo running through the forest, scooping up the field.
It's a different world, you know. You can't do the same thing you can't necessarily do the same thing at a different time. Although I say that, but then on the other hand, I say we're doing basically the same thing when we get up on the stage, maybe different repertoire, and people respond in the same way. So if someone were doing it, perhaps.
You know, there have been acts, no names named, that have become
You're going to say something nasty?
Yeah. No, that have become very, very popular for a season or 2 or maybe even 3 seasons, and then are gone because they don't have that staying power. Kids grow out of the stuff that they put across. The parents are saying, I don't want to listen to that again. It's simple-minded and it's stupid.
So, and you know.
We try not to do simple-minded and stupid.
No.